if you look at what Washington is doing, it's actually still stuck in the older economic paradigm. So they're still, and this goes to not just the Republicans, but even the Democrats and even Obama, they still are worrying about the deficit, and they worry about inflation. And in fact, their concerns should actually be with the opposite. They should be concerned about deflation, and they should be concerned about spending too little. And so I think that the stimulus package we just saw is going to be totally inadequate. It's not going to work to bring the economy back. It might get a little bit of short-term relief, but really there's still huge amounts of government shared investment that we need to make. You know, most people are surprised that right now the deficit is only about, you know, between 6 and 9% of the GDP. During World War II, the deficit reached almost half of the GDP. And there's a really famous book called Is War Necessary for Economic Growth? And the authors sadly conclude that it is. And the reason is that in wars, the whole society gets mobilized, and we can justify making the massive investments in building weaponry and putting everybody to work. So in World War II, the women went to work, and the men were either at war or in war production at home. We turned the car companies into tank factories and airplane factories. And when the war ended, we kept our aerospace industry, and we grew the auto industry, and we had the most prosperity that America has ever seen. And so I think that we need to approach the current crisis in the same, we need to see it as serious as the Great Depression, that we're going to have to spend a huge amount of money in manufacturing, and in, I think energy is going to be a key part of that. And then we need to do it globally. But again, it's going to require much larger investments than anybody is talking about right now. And I think we need to get our heads around the idea that those are truly going to be investments. It's not like we're not going to get anything for those investments. What we're going to get is really a whole new industry that's focused on making the technologies that will power the world.